Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our team call. Just so excited to be part of a team with all of you folks doing work that really matters. I think that's one of the most satisfying, wonderful ways to live your life is doing something that really can have a positive impact. And I think success is just all about making a positive difference for someone else, and more success is just more of the same. The most successful person would be simply, to me, doing the most good for the greatest number of people. And I look at this business with our products, with the method in which we market as just a force multiplier to increase your ability to do good for more people. Isn't that a wonderful thought? And just some of the things I like doing when we have lunch or something, I got a little book holder, but some of the stuff I like is just getting some of my old stuff that I take notes through, and I'd like to just kick this off with a thought that I really like, that is just really powerful, that each friend represents a world in us that is possibly not born. Wow. It's possibly not born until they arrive. But when that happens, when you meet another person, then a whole new world could be born. Wow. By this meeting, a whole new world is born. And I just think where we're gathering together, we can change the world. A whole new world is born. Isn't it a fun thought? Another thing I think is just so beautiful, Mr. Rogers talks about this, that if you could only sense how important you are to the lives of those you meet, how important you can be to someone you might not even dream of. Wow, that every person that we meet and connect with, we leave some of ourselves through that person. Wow, isn't that just a kind of fun thought right there? I think one of my big things that I like to think about, though, is we're all searching for happiness, and I believe that being in the process of accomplishment is one of the ways to get the greatest happiness. That if we don't feel like we're growing and moving forward, doing something that matters, it really damages the soul. I've definitely felt that. You get just itchy inside. That's what we're made for. When I'm green, I'm growing, but when I'm ripe, I'll soon be rotten. Vince Lombardi, he talks about it's better to create than to maintain. And so I'm just so thankful to be in this position where we can do a whole lot of creating with a whole lot of good people. And I just think about, here it is, May at this moment. And so pretty much exactly a year ago, I was just, it feels really weird. I'd been with the company for 30 years, ridden to the top, had so much wonderful experience, had just a positive effect on the lives of a whole lot of people, just so happy for about 10 years. And then it just gradually kind of slid the other direction, always forever optimistic that, hey, this is good work. Surely it'll turn around. It just continued not to, and more in visiting with corporate, I just got this feeling that gnawing phrase kept coming into me that we've all heard, that insanity is to continue to do the same thing and expect different results. In fact, I was reading a book, and actually brought out that any organization, any business, that the business plan, the culture, all of these kind of factors come together to create the perfect environment for the results you're getting. And I remember just thinking, what kind of idiot would want the results that our company's getting? We're going backwards. And I just didn't want to continue to die slowly on a sinking ship, and realizing maybe that was the results they wanted. And I just think of some of the other thoughts that have come into my mind, that circumstances, that the people who get on in this life look for the right kind of circumstances. If they can't find them, then they make them. And I'm thrilled that a lot of people have kind of found these particular circumstances, and we're making something for ourselves. And so I also, what really attracted me was very, very powerful products, and this experience I had with Chip Littlejohn, the personal health crises, and being shown a better way, and being able to share that with other people a better way. I just got thrilled about that. And so when Chip called and told me that this biochemist that created it, Rick Deitch, had made a new alliance with the company and come with him, I just felt that as a call to serve. And so it was 2 years ago in May that I kind of stepped out and started sharing that with a few people. It was so fun having people win, and the product was working, and to the point that we had just a lot of wonderful success, so much so that I ventured out. And along that way, I just had so many good experiences. And I've written out some of the ideas that were presented that brought us all together. And I believe these same ideas are just so wonderful that I'm just going ahead and keeping those same ideals with me. And it's just a wonderful mission statement to review. And I want to just share those with you. And I believe that's why we're all here. That's what attracted us in the first place. And this is just so eloquently written. So first off, we're on a mission. Now, what's really amazing is we've all kind of done this before. We're all pretty good at what we're doing. And it's just magical how this has all happened. So what we're talking about right now is a ground floor opportunity, which means all of that, being at the right place at the right time, which we've all heard that. It's self-evident, but this has got some special things about being at the beginning, because it's fresh and new, but it's more a fresh start with everything in place that's experienced. And so kind of continue. Okay, this is some fun words right here. Obsessive enthusiasm. I hope those words show up in not just your vocabulary, but inside you, who you are. An obsessive, wow, a magnificent obsession. There's a book by that title, and it's a magnificent book. So, okay, we have an obsessive enthusiasm for one thing: changing people for the better. Isn't that a fun thought? Wouldn't that be a great mission statement for a company, to change people for the better? That because of you, and not just you, but your company that you're representing, the product, everything that we have is all about changing people for the better. Okay, we hold a deep sense of responsibility to create a sustainable company that empowers people for success. One that people can trust to be ethical and transparent, to stay true to who we are. And every company decision is based on these guiding principles. Wouldn't that be a great company to be associated with? Wow. Okay, here's the guiding principles here. What we say is what we do. Doing the right thing is the only option. And our first priority is people and their success. And our mission is, again, positively impact every person that we come into contact. I love that. You know, day to day, everything we do can be all positive. If you're ruffling feathers, let alone making people mad at you, you're doing it wrong. I think famously why so many people don't like quote network marketing, which I prefer in my mind. I think of it as relationship marketing. It's all about that idea that we all know in business, that people do business with people that they like. You know, they already know them, they trust them, and you don't want to change any of that. And so I think a lot of people don't like it because the only thing they know about it is from people that do it wrong. So we can do it right, and so even in a phone contact or anything, have the goal to just spread out a little bit of sunshine and good cheer. Make people feel good. Try to do that. So one of the things I love, Peter Drucker says that culture trumps everything else. Our community, that's our culture. We want to create a strong culture that lifts everybody up. Okay, this is our vision. Okay, if you want the truth, it's easier to be a distributor than it is to start a network marketing company. But sometimes the easy road isn't what you are called to do. I just gotta, oh goodness, this is my wildest dreams. It was last summer when things were kind of going sideways with our other company and just being frustrated, and yet we were doing all that we could do. It was the company making some mistakes that were beyond our realm. It was like all of us were on a bus, but we had the wrong bus driver. He had left the road. He was off in a field driving, and it just didn't look like we were going the right place. In fact, it looked like there was a drop off ahead. Wow, we got a good bus driver now. I'm so excited. Just last summer, I talked to Neil and said, "Hey, you've run billion-dollar companies. You have worked with Rick Deitz for 25 years. We got our own lab. We got everything. Why don't we just start our own company?" He says, "No, that's too much work." Well, all of this circuitous journey that meandering around for a couple of years created what I would like to refer to as inspirational dissatisfaction. It got everybody so dissatisfied that here it is. After many years in the industry, we became disenchanted, that saying it lightly, with the status quo. We were tired of seeing good people who were trying to improve their lives being taken advantage of. When we could no longer find a company we trusted to build a team with, we knew it was time to fix the problem and create our own. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Gary Samuelson. Thank you, Rick Deitz. Thank you, Doug Dickey. I think he was kind of a little bit of a catalyst because he loves business. He's good at it. He loves people. He's on a mission. He loves the product. I don't know how many bottles he's given away. And he went to Neil and just says, "Hey, I'll come in. I'll help. I'll do a lot of the grunt work." And so thank you, one and all. Wonderful Avini corporate team. And so here we are. We were asked, "Why are you doing this?" The answer is simple: because we can. Oh my goodness. I just think about what's going on visiting. We had an opportunity to go down to the lab and just talking back and forth. Neil's been around a long time, and he knows a lot of really good people that he's calling in favors. And I just, we really, you say, being out on a limb, why are you there? Well, that's where all the fruit is. But this is so unique. It's got the advantages of being on the ground floor, but all of the players, again, old, established, every product that we got, our vast array of 4 products, they have proven themselves for a long period of time with many people in the marketplace. And we're experiencing those miracles again, all coupled with just a company with no drama, just certainty. I'm just excited. So, wow. And again, here's the whole thing. None of them are driven by wanting to build some palatial corporate place. Neil, in a way, he doesn't even have a home office. His wife has taken that over, so his is the kitchen, and he doesn't care. He's all everybody's had money before. It's not that the driver is to make a difference with other people. It really is. I myself, the company I was with, we were still doing really well financially, but that's really not why we work. We work for purpose. Well, I'll go back. Back when we had 9 kids at home, it costs a lot of money just to be poor. And if you wake up and all you're thinking about is how am I going to pay off these lousy bills, then you are at a point where, and even back then, I remember just thinking, surely there's more noble things to think about than paying off lousy bills. And so this does provide a good business. So I don't want to minimize that. I love how Zig Ziglar talks about it. The money really isn't the most important thing, but it's right up there next to oxygen. And so, okay. However, this is what is really, really fascinating. And we're enjoying this right now. The bar has been set so low in network marketing that companies have lost sight of the real reason why they exist. What were those bars? Well, for the last couple of years, some of them, it was just kind of feeling like we as distributors, we were the bank, and the lab that made the product, they were the warehouse. We would order product and then they would go place an order because it was a couple of weeks waiting. It's so fun to order product and actually get it, get checks. Wow, what a concept. And so we're raising the bar. We're building a community that will support you. We're creating a culture that breathes excitement and hope for your future. Oh, wow. Okay. So when you look around right now, this is a good statement right here. People are searching for more, and we are opening that door and pouring hope on their dreams. To make this company and our community worth building, we have to do what's never been done before. We want to create transparency and really put people first. This is, it says, just a simple and disruptive idea, set a new standard in the industry, give people an opportunity that makes the effort to succeed worth it. I think all of us, there's this idea that's been around, and I really believe it. I've seen it affirmed again and again, that when people look at a business, and there's a lot of them out there, we talk about the gig economy, a side gig. That's what that comes from. Just visiting with people. And I remember growing up, most people, it was just the dad would go to work and the mom would stay home with the kids. If you really wanted a boat or a camper or something like that, well, maybe the mom would go to work a little bit part-time or something. And then I saw that change until, wow, if you just want to live, exist, you're a 2-person working family. Now we've hit the point where it's even more than that. People are scrambling to make something. And so this idea of putting in effort and getting paid for it, here's the little thing right here. If you believed that you could make an extra $500 a month with this, I believe you would probably do it. And if you were making $500, you wouldn't quit. And here's the fun thought: if you're making $500, you might be thinking, well, if I just do more of the same, I could make $1,000 a month. And $500 for most people, that's a big deal. If the average family income is around 60,000, an extra 500, that's about a 10% raise. So that's pretty cool. So, okay. Make way for an opportunity that puts you first. Avini Health goes beyond a business that just makes money. It's a chance to be part of something greater than yourself. Join our mission to leave everyone we connect with better than before. I get so excited. Isn't that why we're here? Is to make a positive difference? Isn't that a fun thought, that every encounter with another person, even a smile, leads to untold possibilities. And wow, if we take this idea purposefully and actually strategically try to be a good influence, and that's what I love about Avini Health is when you try these products, it harnesses something that is naturally within all of us. If we find something that's fun, that we love, we just naturally want to share it with the people that we love. And so, wow, once you try these products, you're going to want to let other people know about it. And if you're going to do it for free, what if we showed you a way where you could do it strategically and actually earn extra money, or even just pay for your own products, because you're going to want to keep using these, building a business all around that. And so, wow. Now, one of the things I love about this is it does pay really good. It's just an elegant, simple plan. And we can earn more than the industry standard. You haven't seen compensation like this before. We believe that those who do the work deserve the reward, and learn how you can help and reach your financial dreams. And so we've got a really simple plan. And so why Avini Health? If you're fulfilled with what you're doing in life, well, maybe it isn't. Maybe you might not be interested in what we offer. But if you're tired of working long hours without compensation that you deserve, or feeling that you're not supported or appreciated, this could be the time to change. And this is a fun thought. Just listening to this, looking at what this is, the point comes to making a decision or not. And I think that's the most wonderful thing. Probably all of us have noted at a moment in our life where a decision was made and our life massively transformed thereafter, because it started going a different direction. And you know, if you think about this, one of the most powerful ways to change your whole life is to go into business for yourself. This is just a really powerful thing right here. And so you can wow, things can change. And so what I would like to talk about now is, we understand where you're coming from. And that's why we created Avini Health. This is a company that is committed to put people first every time. Our culture goes beyond an individual. It's built around community that will support and grow, and all of us along the way. At the end of each day, we want to give you an opportunity to make room for the good, not just in your own life, but the life of everyone you meet. And so it's all about you. It's not about corporate offices or elaborate corporate travel. It's putting as much money as we can into your pockets. And the question we keep getting is, can you really pay out that much? The answer is absolutely. It's what the rest of the industry doesn't want you to know, that can make a lot more than you're currently making. Now, kind of along that idea, that company I was with for 30 years, or the companies that are typically out there, think about this. Okay, some people get together and they think, what should we do? We've got to have a product. To justify being in business, we have to have some type of a product or service. And of course, we got to be thinking, well, what would be the best product? Well, it'd be something that makes a positive difference. Ideally, something that nobody else already has. My favorite is something that is consumed that makes a positive difference, so that when you eat it, you love it and you want more, and you got to get some because you just used it up. And it's so good that you want to refer other people to it, so it'll just naturally kind of go viral. Those are all like good things. Well, where do you get something like this? Well, maybe you reach out and find some scientist or a genius that is a creator. Well, okay, you pay them to develop the product, trademark it, patent it, and give it a name, all of those kind of things. And then you have somebody manufacture it. And then you pay some people to be fulfillment. And so it goes to this big processing place where they take in orders and they ship product. And maybe you're a rented office somewhere. Well, each one of those steps, they need to be paid. And there's time in between all of those. And what if you could actually have the scientists themselves that are the owners of the company? Oh, that's kind of a neat thought. And so the lab, the manufacturing, the distribution is all under one roof. So things can happen really quick. let's say the other company is the manufacturing is over here, several states away, is fulfillment, distribution. They've got the warehouse. What if everything's under one roof and orders start coming and they just say, okay, maybe we need to run the manufacturing a little bit longer. In fact, maybe all night. It just you can make a whole lot of bottles just by turning up manufacturing. So that's just a really cool as far as the capacity and everything, and less middlemen in between, and so we can pay more. And the other thing that's along that line is listening to Rick, his long history of creating amazing products for other people. And he's all excited. And then they say, yeah, that looks good, but we don't want to pay that much. Take this out, take this part out here, do this. And so here's two creative guys that are passionate about the very best products. And there's nobody saying, take this out, take that out. And so we got something really awesome. So, okay, a rewards plan you can win with. Welcome to the revival. From traditional confusing plans of compensation to simple and transparent ways that you can earn maximum rewards for your efforts. And so, wow, here it is. It's a little bit complicated as far as lines and ledgers, but it all fits on one page. But once you get it, mostly what it is just more of the same. It's philosophically, it's pretty much find three really good people, which I think is really powerful, because if it really comes down to it, if you're in any company with any product, any compensation plan, it all boils down to finding just two or three really good people and teaching them to do the same. I believe our plan is the most simple, shortest distance from here to there, finding two or three really good people, teaching others to do the same. And income is based on rank, and rank is just based on a volume, and volume is based on how many people. So it essentially boils down to get started as soon as you can, start building your team. Day to day, it all comes down to building a list of people and contacting them, letting them know what this is. And then as it grows, you're essentially planting three trees, and as the roots go down, try to create three really big tap roots. And if you're active in it, you can only sponsor three people personally. As you continue to sponsor people, you get to place them and put them in and to balance, and just teach everybody to do the very same thing. And it makes it very cooperative, because those same people get to count those same people and onward, and it just grows and gets out of hand. And the most wonderful thing I share with people right at first, it feels like you're doing all the work. You sponsored your first person. I love telling people at that point, you've doubled the size of your team. You went from you to another person. So that's 1 to 2. Well, keep doing that, and it starts multiplying. And as you do it, you might be thinking, well, I'm the only one that's recruited anybody. But the most wonderful feeling that happens, and it will for you too, is the point will happen when someone else that you've recruited has sponsored another person. That's when you know you've actually duplicated yourself, and the thrill that your business, your organization is gaining a life of its own. I'll never forget a lady I met that worked at Exxon. She was an executive there. And so when she discovered this wonderful world of what we call not just residual income, because it continues after you're working, but reproductive. And she says, imagine that you're a farmer, and the way you earn income is you plant and harvest and sell crops. And if you don't do that, you don't make any money. And so imagine the thrill. The oil was discovered on your field. And so there it is. You're looking out your bedroom window out on the field, and you see this brand new installed oil well. And there it is, pumping, going along. And you're just thinking, wow, and a little bit, I'm going to go to bed. And it looks like all night long, while I'm sleeping, I'm making money, because that oil well is going to be pumping all night long. But when you look at the power of this business, think about this. The farmer wakes up and he looks out the window and that oil well is still pumping, but to his surprise, during the night, the oil well had babies and there's 3 more oil wells pumping. Well, that's what this business is all about. Teach 3 to reach 3 to reach 3. Isn't that an exciting thought right there? And as it comes along and you're a part of all of this, it's growing and it's all powered by goodness, these products, and everybody's winning unless you don't share it with anybody. That's pretty much all it is. Don't be a secret agent in this business. Let people know what this is all about. And so just to wind this up a little bit. Okay, this is something I took a note from Steve Jobs, excuse me, I'm reading here. Steve Jobs said that he was lucky enough to spend my life in finding A players, getting the best people together. We were on a mission from God. It was the hardest and happiest moment in my life, an intense and cherished experience, creating a beautiful culture, creating products of spirit and enlightenment. Isn't that a fun thought? Getting A players together on a mission from God. It was the hardest and happiest moment, intense and a cherished experience. Now, really think about that. Why would he say all of those kind of things? I believe we really are. When we add value to people, well, we are working for God. We're either doing a good job or a lousy job, because we all are in that realm. And I just think, what is the best business to do? How could we do the greatest good? What kind of products would that mean? I think there is some good products, and every job has, I believe, nobility to it. Work is something that's wonderful, but inherently, some products just make a bigger difference. And I believe with all my heart, the products that we have and that we will continue to create have the potential to do the greatest good compared to so many other products. So what difference does it make? And so I would like to just finish with a thought that I think is so fun. And this is a guy that climbed Mount Everest in the early 50s, W.H. Murray. And he talks about that until one is committed, there's hesitancy, the chance to draw back, and always ineffectiveness. Without commitment, ineffectiveness. And also, if you're not committed, it's really hard to talk to another person because they can sense that. And good people aren't attracted to people that are not committed. And so do that. So continuing, a chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness, concerning all acts of initiative and creation. There is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. Wow. All sorts of things occur to help one that never otherwise would have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from that decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. Whatever you do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius and power and magic in it. Well, my goodness, do it. Can you imagine a better time, a better opportunity, a better moment than right now? Seize this moment and just go for it. Run as fast as you can. We need you because there's people that you know that maybe they'll never hear about this only because of you. One of my very, very, very favorite thoughts on leadership is inspiring other people to do things, and that they wouldn't have done those things but by your good influence. And so get out there and be anxiously engaged in this great cause that we call Avini Health. Love you all. So glad you're on our team. Let's go for it, and take care of everybody, and make this day. Decide to play all out. Don't hold back.